Tuesday, September 26, 2023. Curbing recent security breaches. Government to block data leakers' websites. First workaholics treatment center to open in 2024. No phone, no laptop, just rest. Beachgoers report silver algae blooming on Alki Beach. Something's missing from the drawer. Did I misplace it? Somehow I feel like it's going to be a long, long night. Or not. Oh, who's here? Ah, hey Gala. Good evening. Hey, KB. How are you? Not too shabby, I hope. Everything is just fine. You sure? Positive. How about you, sir? How's work? My shift is over, so I'm free now. Nice. That reminds me, Mr. Hyde was here just the other day. Ah, that's right. Did he tell you the reason for his visit? Yeah, he's moving back here, right? Or, at least, that's the plan. Yes, what a nice surprise. Told me he's got a few things to discuss on that. Well, it's part of why I'm here tonight. Aside from getting myself a hot drink, that is. On that note, I'm so ready to take your order. Much obliged. So Henry told me about this Indonesian ginger drink. It was milk, honey, and a couple of other stuff in it. It's called STMJ. I'll have a cup of that. STMJ. How do I... Oh, yeah. He said... Oh my gosh, I haven't even read any of these. Oh my goodness. Oh no. Let's just look. STMJ. I feel like I know this. He said, oh, here we go. Milk, honey, and a couple of other things. I'm gonna say it's a tea. Milk, honey, no. Milk, honey, and this. Some spices, right? Honey cinnamon milk. No. Let's try ginger. Oops, no. Milk, honey, ginger. No, oh my god. Milk, ginger, honey. There we go. Let's give him this. Yeah. I think this was his. Serve it. Oh. I see I dropped my key card here, huh? Thank you, Kiwi. Now I have a spare. Because I already made a new one. It's always good to have an extra one at hand. The only downside is that it cost me $100. Now I'm wondering where I should keep this one. Maybe in my locker at work? I hate to lose it there. Yeah, let's hope it never comes to that. One nutritious drink from the archipelago coming up. So thanks a lot. So what's in it? It's a hot blend of egg, milk, ginger, and honey. The drink's name itself is the ingredients. Susu, Taylor, Medu, Jahe, milk, egg, honey, and ginger. No wonder it somewhat reminds me of eggnog. Yeah, that sounds like the ingredients for it. Albeit spicier and not as rich. But I can see why Hendry likes it. It gets a great stamina drink. He probably needs it to keep up with Rachel's work. You're probably right. As long as he remembers to take breaks. Maybe I should invite him for a drink here sometime. What do you think? That would be lovely. Then consider it done. You know what? I don't think Hyde will show up tonight. Oh, why is that? When I called him earlier to confirm, he sounded a little annoyed. And it's not exactly great outside either. I thought he liked this kind of weather. Yeah, it's his car, not so much. That thing wouldn't survive this kind of storm. Now that you mention it, you may be right. I used to drive him in that car back in the day. Did he ever tell you how old it is? Yep, gave me the whole backstory of it. Oh, I guess I'm surprised he still uses it at all. The car clearly holds a special meaning to him. He was also quite sentimental about it, which makes me wonder if it has anything to do with him moving back here. What do you mean? He lived here before, right? Yeah. And he kept bringing up the past too. Are you saying his move is motivated by nostalgia? I was going to say homesickness, but I realize that makes no sense. I get what you're trying to say though. It's the strange longing for times gone by. Considering how fast things are changing these days, maybe even too fast. Which is ironic, really. What is? Live long enough, you'll realize the only constant in life is change itself. Things like shifting necessities, curveballs the world throws at you, decay. Just stuff we have to deal with indefinitely. Considering our lifespans, you'd think we get used to it at some point. But we never do. Never completely, anyway. I suppose the idea of getting used to change is a paradox in and of itself. That sounds about right. Perhaps nostalgia is like an anchor for dinosaurs like us. Keeps us from losing ourselves to the world's relentless speed. You get used to these after a while, huh? Pretty much. Oh, who's here? Ooh, you're back! Oh, hey there. We meet again? Yes, hello. Excuse me for a moment. Got it. Welcome, Miss Riona. Good evening. I'm meeting up with someone. Oh, okay then. How's your car, by the way? My car? Oh, you mean the tire? There's really no need for concern, as it was an easy fix. But thank you for asking. My pleasure. May I order a cup of Russian tea? Ooh, do I have a Russian tea? Oh my gosh, everybody's asking me. Something I don't know how to make yet. I don't know. I don't know. Russian tea. The Gala Choco Bees, Dreamin' Blue. Oh, time. Okay, stories. No night shift. Lucas, I'm busy all day today. Go Aqua, having an ocean fish as a pet is so hard, especially living in a city such as Seattle, but it feels nice to have someone to depend on you, right, you know? Oh, look at Myrtle! You think VR would really take off in the future? I personally can't use it for very long, baby. That's just me. Oh my god, I love this. Sula. She's a 10, but about to marry a freelancer elf. Aw. Amanda. Oh, Amanda! Oh my gosh. And Silver. Yeah, we're close friends. We're buddies. We're buddies. We cool. What else? Am I missing anybody? Okay. Oh my god, there's so many. I haven't even checked any of this. So crazy. If you want to read any of that, that is all up to you. Tea plus lemon plus cinnamon. Tea plus lemon plus cinnamon. There we go. Do I have anything to give to you? No. Serve it. Russian tea for the lady rushing to deliver. That's a good one. This is perfect, by the way. Thank you. You're welcome. So, who are you meeting with, if I may ask? You should know, shouldn't you? After all, you were tasked to give me his contact info. Oh, that's right. So you two connected in the end? To be perfectly honest, I actually forgot to contact him. Not on purpose, mind you. I was just really busy, you see. There were a lot of backed up deliveries to clear. We all have our bad days. Yes, it gets overwhelming sometimes, doesn't it? Nevertheless, the real reason I forgot to contact him is because I've been spinning his thing to ease my anxiety. His thing? You mean the fidget spinner? Yes, that. It serves as an effective distraction from my thoughts while I'm stuck in traffic. As such, I keep it in my car. I see. Makes sense. You forgot as soon as you got back home. I feel bad, truly. I mean, you're just using it as intended. So, how'd you end up connecting then? He messaged me through my private social media last night. Oh. Yes, I wonder how he was able to find my account, to be honest. Not to alarm you, but you can find just about anything online nowadays if you know your way around. That sounds quite worrisome. Yeah, concern has been raised about privacy issues. I suppose all we can do now is to consider carefully what we put out there. Right. So I assume you responded to him. I did, but it was a belated reply, and it was too late for us to keep chatting. That is why he asked me to meet up here this evening. I see. What does he want from me? I guess we'll see. It's probably him. Yeah, so Hyde's not coming tonight. Probably for the best, given the circumstances. Is he okay? Yeah, he just wants to take it easy tonight. Understandable. My apology for these surges. I was hoping it'd become more stable as the day goes by, but No need to apologize for something out of your control. That's right. You tried everything you could. I know. Thank you for your understanding. How are you doing, miss? Hey there. Did you manage to resolve your issues with children? It's a strange question. Sorry? Oh, I mean the hospital admission problem from the other day. Oh, that. For a minute there, I thought I had beef with kids I was unaware of. Sorry for the misunderstanding. No worries, that was funny. It's only been a few days, so not much has changed. How about you, feeling better? Ah, yes. Well, I apologize for the way I acted a few days ago. We all have our bad days, so don't worry about it. Thank you. While we're on the topic, I told Officer Georgie what happened to your car. Would you mind pointing out where you believe the incident took place? Sure. It was quite near the police station, actually. At a mere spot just outside now defunct library. Oh, the vacant building at the Bourne intersection? Yes, that's correct. I see. So it was originally a library? You know the area? I know of the property, yeah. It's been abandoned for a long time now. But it's a heritage building, so I often wonder why nothing's been done with. Since it's located in a very populated cultural center-centric neighborhood. That's true. There's even an art college nearby. Right. Then again, I've always found the street a bit odd. Odd? How? It's just barren. Especially if you consider the area. And the weird thing is, I feel like it wasn't always that way. Feel? Don't you mean remember? Nope, exactly what I said. It's a feeling, not a clear memory. Strange, isn't it? That is odd. Well, there used to be a flea market there a long, long time ago. Perhaps that is what you were recalling. A flea market, huh? Last time I drove there, I remember seeing nothing but concrete. Oh wait, there was a single dead tree surrounded by strange trinkets. Dead tree, huh? No idea why I almost forgot about it. It stuck out like a sore thumb. About 8 feet tall, no leaves. It's been there forever too, as far as I know. That hawthorn tree was something of a landmark for us drivers. And the trinkets you spoke of were actually remembrance of sorts. Remembrances? Hold on, I'm just going to recap a bit here, okay? Sure. A car was vandalized near a murdered parking spot in front of an abandoned library? On a seemingly deserted street within a busy area that has a large dead tree surrounded by remembrances for some reason? Sounds about right. Except the tree is no longer there. Oh. Are you serious, Pops? Why wouldn't I be? That is crazy! What's going on, guys? Lucas and Georgie. We're getting a lot of these two guys. Good evening, gentlemen. Hey, everyone. Oh boy, I thought I'd be early, but you're already here, lady. Hello. Kibi, for the love of all things holy, tell me my lighter is here. Well, you're in luck because it is. Hot damn, thank goodness. Would you like me to get it for you now? Nah, it's fine. I'm just glad to know it's here. Just bring it with my drink later. Sure, let me know when you're ready to order. Cheers. Well. What's up, y'all? What's new? Evening, officer. We were just talking about the spot where Miss Riona's car has been vandalized. Oh? They got your car too, lady? Yes, but it's not a big issue. Still, sorry you had to experience that. Where did you park your car, miss? I can send you the coordinates if you like. That'd be real swell. Got it. Okay. Oh. Is it within the area you expected, or? Uh-oh. Pretty much. The same location where I parked mine a week ago. I see. You can rest assured we already increased patrols in that area. That's great. But I am the only one doing it at the moment. That sucks. What's that? Am I hearing you out of all people doubting my skill, Kiwi? No, of course not. Just thought it means an unfortunate increase to your workload. Well, the breaks, I suppose. Anyway, give me your strongest espresso, Kiwi, and don't forget my lighter. Alright, I can do an espresso, no problem. Coffee. I'll keep you awake for sure. Espresso. Alright. And it exudes an interesting feel. Okay, well, we're going to take that interesting feeling lighter and hand it to... Bam! Now I got nothing in my drawer. Oh, there it is. Thanks, Kiwi. You probably think I'm being silly. But what can I say? It's my lucky charm. Yeah. It's borderline superstitious, I know. Don't you have anything of the sort? Well, I have a good reason to be superstitious. Whenever I don't have this with me, things happen. Right. Alright, here comes the strongest espresso in the house. Cheers. Alright, Lucas, what you getting? Perfect as always. Are you ready to order? Might as well. I like something desserty because it's my cheat day. Sure thing. Any specifics in mind? Well, I saw the video of a Spanish hot cocoa drink yesterday. It was so thick I thought it was chocolate sauce. The name also reminded me of a song. For some reason, I can't remember the title right now. You know, that sounds oddly familiar. For real. Then I'll have the thick cocoa. I got milk and a little hot, spicy kick to it. Woo, okay. Maybe it's like chocolate, cinnamon? Oh, God. Hot, spicy kick. That's cinnamon chocolate. Alright. Oh, I hope this is right. I only have one left. Serve it. Here comes a cup of Spanish Sahara for you. Oh, so that's what it's called. That's what we call it here, at least. Very cool. Then, bon appetit. I mean, bon appetito. Maybe it's... Yeah. I think this is it. Very tasty. Thanks, Kiwi. You're so welcome. So, Pops. Just earlier, you were telling me about your creepy patrolling experience, right? Was it in the same location where the lady's car was? Creepy patrolling experience? Well, I don't know if I should even talk about it, because maybe it's just a tad too spooky, even for me. What happened? Tell him, Pops. It's not that big a deal, honestly. Then all the more reason to talk about it, right? Maybe someone here will know something. You've got a point here. Y'all were talking about the area anyway, right? Yep. Well, I've been patrolling there the past few nights. The street itself is fairly straightforward. It's about a half-mile round trip from the intersection and back. There's nothing much there either. A concrete sidewalk. A concrete sidewalk with metered parking spots. A fence here and there. And an unfinished construction site with a couple of CCTVs dotted about. No tree? What tree? There used to be a dead tree in front of the old library. Huh? Oh, that old dead tree. It was uprooted by the city back in January. Ah. The commercial community decided it wasn't a really good look. So when the city started a massive cleanup project last year, well, I simply voted to get rid of it. I see. Why? What's up? We were actually talking about it earlier, and, being a decades-old landmark aside, could there be something more to the tree than just, well, being old? You think so? That's what I think after listening to Miss Riona. Are you expecting something from me, Kibi? Huh? Oh, no. I'm sorry if I crossed the line. Just seem to know a lot about it, but I don't want to mix up the facts. I understand. But I would like to hear the officer's spooky tale first, if you don't mind. Gladly, miss. Almost forgot about me there, huh? So anyway, patrolling on the street is an easy task. Only 4 to 5 cars would park there overnight at most, which makes keeping track a breeze. Sounds ideal enough. As expected, though, nothing happened the first 2 nights. But, yesterday was a different story. Dun, dun, dun! Whoa! Hold on. What's going on? What a stage setup. Oh, phew, there you go. Thank goodness. Sorry about that. Please, continue. Alrighty. Well, it was nearing the end of my shift and I found nothing was amiss. There were only 4 cars parked that night. 2 spaced across the street and 2 on the opposite corner, side by side. My plan was to leave after I walk one last round to make sure everything was okay. And a reminder, you can cover the whole place in only 8 minutes. Okay. Then at the end of my walk, I took a drag on my cigarette. Smug, I was about to clock out, thinking 'twas another job well done. Right? Wrong, as I was immediately faced with the impossible. 3 cars, 2 side by side, 1 across the street. All tires flattened. That's 12 vandalized tires for you, in a span of less than 10 minutes. That is so strange. It would take several minutes to flatten just 1 tire. And that's if you're using the right tools. Right? But that wasn't all. Oh, no, it wasn't. Because that was the moment when the streetlights went out, and suddenly, and all at once. What? Right after that, I heard flurries of footsteps and laughter. Oh my gosh, Lucas. They were going further and further away from the scene, and yet I saw nothing at all. Oh, are you sure? Did the CCTV catch anything? The infrareds actually managed to catch something. But the videos weren't clear at all, so I'm still investigating it. Jeez Louise, Pops. That's way spookier than what you told me in the car. But it's cool, though. Huh. I may be laughing now, but I almost pissed my pants there, you see. Oh, no. Well, whoever they were, they sure worked fast. Right? Anyway, Kibi, I think I want another drink. All that talking is making my throat dry and my coffee just ain't cutting it. Roger that. What would you like? What do you suggest? How about some tea with ginger and honey? Sounds good. Can you use the red flower stuff you have as a base? You mean hibiscus? Yeah, definitely. Okay, then I like red flower tea with ginger and a touch of honey. Hibiscus? Red flower tea, ginger, a touch of honey. Te jahe rosella. Ooh, fancy. One piping hot te jahe rosella for you. Oh, what does it mean? I don't know. Jahe means ginger, te means tea, and rosella is roselle, another name for hibiscus. I see a legit herbal drink. Spicy, but perfect for the weather. Good call, Kiwi. I'm happy to please. If that's the case, let me join your patrol, Pops, because I'm not scared of ghosts. Real beings scare me more. Wait a sec, kid. What do you mean by ghosts, eh? Jumping the gun a little there, ain't ya? I don't know, Pops. Maybe it's even something scary, crazier than that. This is a really serious problem, kid. Don't joke around like that. Sorry. Interesting. You know something? No, not me. But she might. Right, the tree, wasn't it? Oh, yeah. What about it, miss? It's your turn to finish your thought. I'm not sure this can be an easy use at all, but... Officer, are you aware of the story behind that tree? Huh? I recall what you said earlier. People often leave remembrances around it? What do you mean by that, miss? Well, it's because someone passed away there. What? Allow me to explain. I mentioned there was once a flea market on that street corner. Right? They called it the Fairy Market. It was unofficially set up by the transients of the community. Transients being the government's term of unregistered citizens, including all the other uncategorizable beings at the time. Fairies were a part of that. Huh? I remember learning about it. After the war, the government made its first official attempt to sort things out. Organizing equitable classifications was thought as one of the first steps towards civil peace, but it was oversimplified, inefficient, and not speedy enough. Was all that before the Vindication Act? Way before that. Many who couldn't register were basically in administrative limbo. What? That's as good as like not existing at all. Really? That's horrible. It was the main reason why the fairy market was created in the first place, to ensure transient survivals throughout the changing times, in more ways than one. The market had no real schedule, therefore, the start of Fairy Week would be marked by flowers strewn around the intersection, just so people would notice and come take a look. Sounds kinda too low-key, no? Because it was illegal, silly! And that was exactly the problem. The market ran day and night, its format unchanging. At the same time, the economy was slowing, reshaping the landscape. People started to spend more, becoming reckless, while the laws were still shaky at best. Then a tragic incident occurred one night. A drunk driver was speeding and went off course, striking a vendor there. And the only evidence left of the crime was that tree, standing where there was no tree before. Wait a second, what? What'd I never hear about it? How long ago was this? The accident occurred in 1959. but the market itself was forcefully disbanded in 1961. Happened before I was born, huh? Yeah, I remember everything now. It was actually quite an infamous case, wasn't it? But due to the nature of the beings involved, most people couldn't help but, well, forget. What? We're here talking about the late 50s to early 60s here. Post-war media was still quite scarce. And I remember the drunk driver was also the son of a very wealthy individual. Oh, correct. But that wasn't exactly the part that made the case so infamous. It was due to the fact that no body was ever found at the crash site, as well as the vendor being a transient with no legal ID or paper trail. As a result, the court had no choice but to dismiss the case. But there was a body, wasn't it? Just not the one people might expect. You mean the tree? Right. When semi-spiritual beings like us pass on from the physical world, some may leave specific landmarkers behind. Not all can do that, though. Us banshees don't do that. You don't? No, we simply disappear. So if I'm getting this right, the tree couldn't be used as evidence because it was classified as remains, yet the witnesses were in the same boat, no paper trail. So the driver's lawyer took advantage of those loopholes, and that's messed up. Beyond messed up, Pops. Whoa, I'm boiling. I'll take a further look into this more, miss. But I have a question for you. Yes? You think the vandalism has anything to do with the tree removal? I don't know. I suppose it might depend on when the acts of vandalism began. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, better get going then. It's almost time for my shift. Okay, officer. Break a leg, Pops. I'd rather not. Stay safe. Will do. I'll keep you all posted. Better go as well. Got an early shift tomorrow. There's one thing I want to confirm, though, if you don't mind, miss. Yes. It's about the fairies passing and how everyone ends up forgetting about them afterwards. Really thought there was just a myth. I guess not. Unfortunately, that is why there used to be a memorabilia around that tree. They were efforts by those who remembered to preserve the memory. But it wasn't enough, was it? Also, we still have the tree. It really makes me question my memory. Are there any people I might have forgotten? Were there events I missed? It is quite scary to think about. For beings like us, being forgotten is inevitable. So no need to feel bad about it. Is that so? Oh, I didn't catch your name, by the way. I'm Gala. Oh, I'm Lucas. Nice to meet you. Well, then, nice meeting you. Good luck with your future auditions, Miss Riona. Thank you. See you around. Bye, Kiwi. Take care. You okay? It's getting real late. Still want to talk, but if you're tired, let me know. Have you eaten? Do you want something to eat? We don't sell food here. You don't? One of your places is always empty. Well, just kidding, Kiwi. Don't hate me, please. Well, do you want another drink, maybe? I wouldn't mind one. Nice. What do you feel like having? Something without milk, with a fresh feeling and some brightness to it. Oh my god. I'm also quite partial to blue pea tea. Oh. Okay, I'll order something for you. May I? Sure. Kiwi, could you try this mix? Saw a pretty drink in a video and it looked perfect for Our Lady. Yep, what is it? Blue pea on the base, a lot of mint, and a splash of lemon. Okay, I can do this. Okay. Blue pea, mint, And a splash of lemon. Alright. Galaxy mint tea. Oh, how pretty! Here you go, miss. For the man sitting right beside you. It looks nice, very pretty. I like it, thank you. I'm glad you do. And wow, Kibi, it looks exactly like what I envisioned. You're a G. I'm happy you both enjoyed it. But man, the whole case earlier though. It's a lot to take in. Also, about the whole forgetting thing. That really gives me chills. Why? Ugh. Don't you feel scared? Of just disappearing in the end? Because I do. That's why I thought I finally understood you too. I mean, the reason why you wanted to become a soprano your way, the traditional way. Oh. Care to compare notes? Because I've yet to be entirely certain about that myself. Oh, huh. Now that's why you call huge pressure. Before that, though, can I ask a little teeny tiny question? Go ahead. What inspired you to go down this path? I mean, I may have an idea on why you're choosing the hard way, but why a soprano in the first place? Because it's been done before. What? Because there was already a banshee who did it before. So I know it's not impossible. Whoa, for real? Her part was that of a sorbet aria, and she was not very well known. What is a sorbet? Sorbet. We're not talking about ice cream here. Sorbet aria. Oh, I mean she was a secondary character. Back in the early 19th century, the sorbet arias would be sung towards the end of the second act, usually before the evening ended. Hawkers would use the time to offer their wares of the last time to the patrons, often desserts. Oh, so I was right the first time, hence sorbet aria. Oh, I see, like background singing at the end of a show or something. Yes. They're different nowadays because people are expected to listen to the end. The first time I heard her voice was on an old recording of a comedy opera. I was still very young back then. She was playing a confused maid role at the very end of the opera, wondering why and how people could act so crazy when in love. But despite her confusion, she thought she wasn't old, that she couldn't find out the reason herself. There's a funny epilogue to the opera. But hearing a banshee sing such a playful and lighthearted piece, it was truly an eye-opener for me. Oh man, I bet it was. Sadly, I couldn't find any of her other works, but it always stuck with me nonetheless. So I left my commune and started trying on my own. That's really cool and brave of you to do so. I agree. I never talked about this before. It's a bit embarrassing. Don't be embarrassed. I think it's super cool. You're just feeling inspired to push yourself beyond what's expected of you and wishing to leave a mark on this world. Is that what you think? Mm-hmm. You're just trying to follow a path that has been traveled before, and that's not always a bad thing, especially for beings like us. You're just being careful yet courageous. Alright, come on, because the path you're choosing to walk on is still difficult. Regarding leaving your mark, I don't know. I just feel maybe you're the same as me. Like, what's the point of being born if nobody's gonna remember us? Right, Kibi? No comment. Aww. Why do you want to be remembered so much? Why wouldn't you? Us banshees see the end differently than most. So care to enlighten me? I can't speak for anyone else, but in my case, I was a kid who grew up in a large family, you see. Like, humongously large. Literally couldn't count all my siblings. I think I need a drink of water. Or my soda here. Literally couldn't count on my siblings, even if I wanted to. Because they're everywhere, thanks to my dad. We weren't wealthy though, not even close. The money situation was always suffocating us for real. But sometimes Dad would drop by to give us some money. Though it wasn't even enough to cover utilities for more than a couple months. Then he'd just leave again a couple days later. Are you the eldest? Nope. My older bros had already moved out by the time I hit high school. I was so surprised when my dad gave me the house after he died. Oh? Which is where my mom and siblings live now. Sorry to hear about your father. No, it's fine. Anyway, so my older brothers came back, right? They wanted me to sell the house and divide the earnings. Wanting a slice of the inheritance pie, huh? You didn't do that, right? Heck no! That's why I left for LA. So if they really want to sell the house, they're gonna have to chase after me. Good call. Thankfully, my younger siblings and I are pretty tight. We're a good team. That's a relief. That was also why I needed money fast. I needed to send money to help with my family's bills. And of course, so I could stay alive as well. That was why I ended up having to join the production house. The production house? Yeah, it was like a bunch of content creators getting together to make videos every day. I was young and naive too, you know. Because it was my first time venturing to another state completely alone after all. So I didn't know better how predatory things could be. Man, this isn't even going to be an entertaining story. If you're uncomfortable, you don't have to talk about it. No, it's not that. I just really didn't like the production house, but I needed the money. Someone there saw my vlogs and invited me in. And as one of the youngest there, I tried to get along with everyone. But you see, we were all creators in the entertainment industry, right? Which means we all had huge egos. So naturally, there was somewhat of a hierarchy of sorts. Trying to be all around helpful turned me into the butt of the joke all the time. That didn't discourage me at all that much, by the way. I mean, I almost learned a lot there, not gonna lie. Still. Well, long story short, being tokenized sucked. The end. No disagreement there. Sorry, I swear that wasn't what I wanted to talk to you about. It's fine. I actually learned a lot this evening. I just don't want to take up more of your time, so I can just ask you a direct question. Sure. Great. Would you be interested in guest starring on my new show? What? I realized I was being dumb the day we first met. I kind of forced my thoughts on you and was just being a general smartass. I undermined your straightforward efforts because I was jealous of your solid resolve. Since everything I did was anything but. But you succeeded eventually, didn't you? And you worked hard for it. Yet I almost ended up losing sight of why I've been doing all this in the first place. I went from the flow why can I not talk? I went with the flow, made excuses. All to justify the gain, but to what end? That's why I've been trying to put together a talent showcase for those who need extra exposure. It's going to be a small production thing. We'll be paid, I swear. And not with exposure either. Though it won't be much at first. Because I don't have that much money ready to use at the moment, so... Wait, this is a bit sudden, don't you think? No pressure though. How does the show work? Well, I'm not 100% sure of the shape of it yet, but ideally it will have like an interview at first, and then I'll record you singing. I'll bring all the gear. I will also be doing all the editing and stuff. It's going to take a bit of time since I have my main show to do. But I did start my vlogging journey on my own too. So I can bet you the result will still be quality. Your show will tank if I'm the first guest. You realize that, right? If it does, then it doesn't deserve to exist. I don't care about haters, but you do. That's why I won't push you. Aw. I'm flattered. But no thank you. Okay. Thanks for considering me, though. Thanks for giving it a thought. Looks like I have to go. Okay. It's nothing to do with what you said, okay? Just bad timing. I get it. Cool. I hope we can meet again like this. If you want to. Maybe. I'll take it. Thanks for your time too, Kibi. Sorry if I bored you. No, truly, it was my pleasure. Cool. Okay, I really have to go. See you around. Safe trip. Alrighty, see you, Kibi. Come again soon. I think tonight was the most I have talked in the past 2 years. Yeah, this was a long one. And I'm quite glad to hear that. Thank you, Kibi. For what? For being such a good host. I know I'm not the easiest being to get along with. It's always a pleasure to have you and everyone around. Then I'll be taking my leave. I feel like I have a lot to rethink. But I'll see you again soon. And we'll be watching always. Safe trip, Miss Riona. And have a good night.